Chapter 34: Divine Weapons and Dastardly Deeds. The heroes of Yuhua face a formidable foe. As they journey, they espy a walled city in the distance. Sanzang, filled with anticipation, wonders if they have reached the fabled land of India. But Wukong, with his sharp mind and vast knowledge, assures him that they are yet to arrive at their destination. The city they see is but one of the frontier prefectures of India, a place where the people are destitute and the streets are deserted, a stark contrast to the paradise where the Tathagata resides. Upon entering the city of Fengxian, they are met with an unusual sight. Government servants, clad in black, stand frozen in fear as the monstrous pig bellows at them to make way. The officials, trembling, inquire about the traveler's origins. Sanzang, ever the diplomat, introduces himself and his mission, seeking forgiveness for any unwitting offense against local customs. The officials reveal the dire situation in Fengxian, a prefecture suffering from a relentless drought that has brought the land to its knees. The Marquis, in desperation, has called for masters of the Dharma to pray for rain. Wukong, ever confident, boasts of his ability to command the elements, promising to bring forth the much-needed rain. The Marquis, Shangwan, greets the travelers with reverence, inviting them to his palace to perform the rain-praying ceremony. The monks are treated to a sumptuous vegetarian feast, with pig eating with the ferocity of a starved beast, much to the astonishment of the waiters. After the meal, Sanzang and the Marquis engage in a conversation about the drought. The Marquis laments the suffering of his people and the loss of life, with 2/3 of the population perishing from starvation. He expresses his hope that the travelers can bring relief. Wukong, not one to shy away from a challenge, sets out to summon the ancient dragon of the Eastern Sea, Ao Guang, to bring rain. But the dragon, bound by heavenly decrees, cannot act without the Jade Emperor's permission. Wukong, undeterred, journeys to the heavenly palace to request an edict for rain. In the Hall of Universal Brightness, the Jade Emperor reveals the true cause of the drought, a past transgression by the Marquis that has angered the heavens. A mountain of rice, a mountain of flour, and a golden lock are set up in the Hall of Fragrance, symbols of the Marquis's disrespect. The heavens will not relent until these symbols are removed. Wukong returns to Fengxian and confronts the Marquis with the truth. The Marquis, stricken with remorse, vows to repent and turn to the path of righteousness. He calls upon the people to invoke the Buddha and recite sutras to fill their hearts with goodness. Moved by the Marquis's sincere repentance, the heavens respond. The Straight Spell messenger delivers documents of virtue to the Jade Emperor, and the symbols in the Hall of Fragrance vanish. The Jade Emperor, pleased with the turn of events, issues a decree for rain. The skies above Fengxian rumble with thunder, and lightning flashes like purple gold serpents. The people, filled with gratitude, kneel and pray to Amitabha Buddha. The gods of the 4 departments, rain, thunder, cloud, and wind, reveal themselves, and the people kowtow in thanks. With the drought ended and the land blessed with rain, the people of Fengxian build a monastery in honor of the travelers. Sanzang dubs it the Monastery of Salvation by timely rain, and a shrine is erected for the 4 pilgrims. The Marquis invites monks from afar to reside there, and the people vow to make offerings in all seasons. As the travelers prepare to depart, the people of Fengxian shower them with gifts and escort them with music and flags for 10 miles. With heavy hearts, they bid farewell to the monks who have brought them salvation. The Tang priest and his disciples continued their journey, traversing through a landscape painted with the hues of autumn. One day, as they approached a city, the Tang priest wondered aloud about their destination. "Wukong," he said, addressing his most trusted disciple, "do you know where this city lies?" Monkey, ever the resourceful one, replied that they had never been there before and suggested they inquire from the locals. As fate would have it, an old man appeared from amidst the trees, leaning on a stick and dressed in simple attire. The Tang priest, always the gentleman, greeted the old man with respect. The old man, in turn, informed them that they had arrived at Yuhua County, a place under the rule of a prince who was a member of the King of India's royal family. The prince, he said, was a man of great virtue, caring for both the clergy and his people. The Tang priest, upon hearing this, thanked the old man and continued towards the city with his disciples. As they entered, they were met with stares and whispers from the locals, who were not used to seeing such a sight. The Tang priest reminded his disciples to be mindful of their behavior, lest they draw unwanted attention. However, it was not long before Pig's impatience got the better of him. When the onlookers began to mock him, he could not help but retort, causing the people to scatter in fear. Monkey, ever the voice of reason, chided Pig for his lack of decorum and reminded him to focus on their journey. The city of Yuhua was a bustling place, its streets lined with traders and shops, a testament to its prosperity. The Tang priest marveled at the similarities it bore to his homeland, the Great Tang. He was pleased to find that the cost of living was reasonable, a sign of the land's abundance. Upon reaching the prince's palace, the Tang priest requested an audience to have his passport inspected. The prince, upon learning of the Tang priest's quest, treated him with great honor and invited him to a meal. The Tang priest, ever mindful of his disciples, asked that they be included in the prince's generosity. The prince, intrigued by the Tang priest's companions, invited them into his palace. However, upon seeing their appearances, he was taken aback. The Tang priest, sensing the prince's discomfort, reassured him that despite their appearances, his disciples possessed noble hearts. The prince, still somewhat uneasy, offered to treat the disciples to a meal in the gauze pavilion. As they ate, the Tang priest chided Pig for his earlier outburst, reminding him of the importance of manners and propriety. Pig, ever the contrarian, defended his actions, leading to a lively exchange among the disciples. The prince's sons, hearing of their father's encounter with the strange monks, were filled with curiosity. They were not ordinary boys, but were well-versed in martial arts. Armed with their weapons, they decided to confront the travelers and demand an explanation for their unusual appearance. The Tang priest, ever the diplomat, tried to calm the situation, but it was Monkey who took the lead. With a display of his magical powers, he transformed his staff into a golden cudgel, much to the astonishment of the young princes. Pig and Friar Sand followed suit, showcasing their own weapons and abilities. The princes, realizing the true nature of their guests, bowed down in reverence. They begged the Tang priest and his disciples to become their teachers and impart to them the secrets of their powers. The Tang priest, pleased with their sincerity, agreed to their request. Over the next few days, the princes were treated to a display of martial prowess and magical abilities. Monkey, Pig, and Friar Sand each took a prince under their wing, teaching them the intricacies of their respective weapons. The princes, though eager, found the task daunting, as the weapons were not only heavy but also possessed the power to transform. Seeing the struggle of their students, the disciples agreed to have lighter versions of their weapons forged. The princes, overjoyed, arranged for skilled smiths to begin the work. The weapons, even in their replicas, were magnificent, emitting a radiant light that could be seen for miles. However, their joy was short-lived. An evil spirit, dwelling in a nearby cave, was drawn to the light and the power of the weapons. Coveting their strength, the spirit stole the originals, leaving the replica behind. The next morning, the smiths and the princes were left in shock and despair, the divine weapons gone without a trace. The princes, not knowing what to do, rushed to their teachers to share the news. Monkey's search led him to the very cave of the tawny lion spirit, where he overheard the monsters planning a rake banquet to celebrate their theft. Undeterred, Monkey returned to Yuhua and shared his findings with the princes and his fellow warriors. Together, they devised a plan to retrieve their weapons and teach the thieves a lesson. Disguised as the very monsters they sought to defeat, Pig, Monkey, and Friar Sand infiltrated the rake banquet. Once inside, they revealed their true identities and a fierce battle ensued. The tawny lion spirit, armed with a four-bright halberd, fought valiantly but was no match for the combined might of the three heroes. As the sun began to set, the tawny lion spirit, realizing he was outmatched, fled to seek the aid of his grandfather, the primal sage of ninefold numinosity. The heroes, meanwhile, returned triumphantly to Yuhua, their weapons reclaimed and their enemies vanquished. But the tale does not end there. For the primal sage of ninefold numinosity, a powerful being with a nine-headed lion at his command, vowed to avenge his grandson's defeat. With a host of lion spirits at his back, he approached the city of Yuhua, intent on wreaking havoc upon its people and the three warriors who had dared to defy him. As the heroes prepared to confront the evil spirit, the city was gripped by fear. A fierce wind blew, and a thick fog enveloped the city, signaling the approach of the malevolent forces. The citizens, terrified, fled to the safety of the city walls, which were quickly shut to keep the evil at bay. The prince, in his gauze pavilion, was enjoying a vegetarian breakfast with the Tang priest and the others when news of the impending disaster reached him. The prince, a man of great responsibility, was deeply alarmed by the reports of a horde of evil spirits approaching the city, led by the vengeful spirit from Tigermouth Cave. Brother Monkey, ever the confident and cunning hero, reassured the prince and the people of the city. He recognized the evil spirit's alliance with the primal sage of ninefold numinosity, a formidable foe indeed. With a plan in place, the city gates were secured, and the heroes set forth to face the onslaught. The battle that ensued was a spectacle of magic and might. The air was filled with the clash of weapons, the ground shook with the force of their blows, and the sky darkened as the heroes fought against the spirits. The tawny lion spirit, Leo, elephant fighter lion, griffin, and raccoon dog lion, all fierce warriors in their own right, joined forces against the heroes. The fight was relentless, with each side displaying incredible skill and power. The great sage's golden cudgel was a blur of light as it met the weapons of the lion spirits. Friar Sand's staff was a force to be reckoned with, and Pig's rake was a whirlwind of destruction. The lion spirits, with their deadly weapons, fought with a ferocity that matched the heroes' own. As the battle raged on, the night fell, and the heroes found themselves in a precarious situation. Pig, exhausted from the fight, was struck down and captured by the lion spirits. Friar Sand and Monkey, too, were forced to retreat, leaving the field to the enemy. In the darkness of the night, Brother Monkey, ever resourceful, used his magical hairs to create an army of little monkeys to confuse the enemy. The tactic was a success, and the heroes managed to turn the tide of the battle. They captured some of the lion spirits and drove the others into retreat. The great sage Sun, ever vigilant, carried the captured lion spirits to the city, where they were secured by the prince's men. The city celebrated their victory, but the heroes knew that the real challenge lay ahead. The great sage reassured the Tang priest and the princes, promising to exchange the captured spirits for Pig and to bring an end to the evil once and for all. As dawn broke, the heroes prepared to face the primal sage of ninefold numinosity, the mastermind behind the chaos. They journeyed to the top of Bamboo Mountain, a place of breathtaking beauty and tranquility, where the evil spirit had taken refuge in the Nine-Bin Twisty Cave. The cave was a fortress, guarded by the remaining lion spirits. The great sage and Friar Sand, undeterred, challenged the spirits to battle. The fight was fierce, with the heroes using all their cunning and skill to hold their ground against the powerful foes. The old demon, a master of trickery and deceit, launched a surprise attack on the city while the heroes were distracted. He captured the Tang priest, the prince, and his sons, using his magical powers to elude the heroes. When the heroes learned of the demon's treachery, they were filled with determination to rescue their friends and defeat the evil once and for all. The great sage, using his magical hairs, managed to free himself and Friar Sand from their bonds, and together, they fought their way out of the cave. The heroes returned to the city, where they were greeted as saviors. The people of Yuhua, grateful for their bravery, showered them with honors and rewards. The heroes, however, knew that their work was not yet done. They prepared to face the primal sage of ninefold luminosity, determined to bring peace to the land and ensure the safety of their friends. The great sage, with the help of the heavenly King Virapaksa and the Lion Keeper, managed to subdue the nine-headed lion and bring an end to the evil that had plagued the land. The demon was returned to his master, and the heroes were reunited with their friends. The people of Yuhua, no longer fearing the evil spirits, celebrated their newfound peace. The heroes, their mission accomplished, continued their journey, leaving behind a legacy of courage and determination that would be remembered for generations to come. If you want to know what happened afterwards, listen to the explanation in the next installment.